What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
The worst part of it was his propaganda. I mean, it's just constantly repeating these three-word ideas that had no basis in fact, and how that was dividing our country, how his disinformation and his lies were making people lose faith in our actual democracy.
What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
When you start to have mass shootings by people who brandish Trumpian racist manifestos, that really takes us back to another period in history. I taught U.S. history for a number of years, and during the Trump era, I was kind of wondering whether we were not back in the 1870s or 1880s sometime in the Deep South, because there's an attempt to roll back the rights that were won in the 1960s, and that rollback needs to be stopped.
And also, taking the United States out of such critical agreements with other countries around the world. He's just so self-serving, and he is serving those who have a lot of money.
What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
One of the worst parts of the Trump administration for me was what has been done to our media. I think that they've been too afraid now to confront him and discuss the truth. And so I think there's so many people at this point that are not fully informed. They just read a headline and they don't understand the full gravity of what's at stake. And it concerns me that he had such an outsized influence on our media as a whole.
Appointing the radical right justices to the Supreme Court at the same time that they prevented the Democrats from putting forward their Supreme Court nominee and so forth.
It's had such a huge effect to this day on how misinformed the voter, our citizenry and voters are.
On so many levels, he's so wrong for our country.
Everyone who can vote should vote. Americans abroad, go to votefromabroad.org and request an absentee ballot today. Ask for it to be delivered by email.